My name is Dr. Epila Jackie. I'm a Ugandan and I work at Lira University. I'm a chemist, that's my background. When I was a little girl, so my dad he used to lecture at Makerere University, and we would often go to the Faculty of Agriculture where he would work to get milk. And as a little girl, I would walk through these labs and I would see these taps and I really didn't understand what it was. It really fascinated me. And then 2 years later, we moved to the South Pacific. So that is Western Samoa. My dad took us there, he got a job there, he was teaching there in a university the University of the South Pacific. And during the weekends when we didn't have class, we would tag along with him. So basically he's a scientist, he's an entomologist. And I was fascinated by the fact that he would monitor these flowers, observe how bees, approach the flowers and how they go away. And then there was a time when pigeon peas, that is food for us in Africa. And in the South Pacific, somebody had cut them down and my dad took a photo with them. And those were the starting points. I think I knew that this is really what I wanted to do. And along the way, I had people who really encouraged me. And in my O-level, I fell in love with chemistry. And from then on, I knew this was my calling. After my PhD, it was a little bit hard, like getting back to the science of it all. Before the Open Doors Fellowship program, I was a head of Department of Science and Vocational Education, and there I had a team. I would monitor the staff that were in my department as well as the students. And aside from that, I was also the university open distance e-learning coordinator. So basically we would train staff on e-learning. When COVID came, I was at the forefront. But with Open Doors, I have been retooled. And going back, as I go back, I will take the skills that I have acquired through the fellowship. And through that sort of like refresher and reskilling, I feel I'm now more confident and I can, head out there and, go back to my career as a chemist and as an ecophysiologist, basically. Yeah. So during this short research stay with IPBO, I'm attached to a lab at Ghent University, so it's a plant ecology lab. And basically, I am working on a leafy edible vegetable. This plant, it's called Asystasia, gangetica, subspecies Micranthera. So it is a plant species that is, it's diverse, it's spread throughout the world. Going to the village, it kind of changed my perspective of life. When you sit in the city, all is well, you have food on your plate and everything is okay. But when you go down to the village, and especially during dry season, it's a whole new ball game. People don't have enough food. And the fact that my aunt and my dad would, tell me through stories that there were these plants that we would use, we would eat, during dry season. I was curious. I'm like, which sort of plants are these? I don't see them around. It was actually in my backyard. And I didn't know, because I didn't know the plant, so I couldn't identify it, and they did identify it for me. And from then on, I was curious. I'm like, it's dry season. Literally, it was dry, and this plant was there. And as a woman and as a scientist, I feel it is really key for me to take on this, this vegetable and transform it, investigate it, and see its potential. It is drought tolerant. But if I could come up with its potential, evidence-based findings, I would better take it back to my people. And it's really going to grow my career back home, because as I have a background in the plant sciences, and it is going to, just enhance what I have already known before. And with my SI, recently I got an SI with VLIR. So basically we're going to go back to the community, engage with them, find out more about this plant, and at the same time back it up with science. And through that, I think I'm not only transforming myself as an individual, not even my institution, but my people. I've come here as a one person, but I'm standing for 10,000. So I have my ancestors, me being here, it's like carrying they are behind me, because this plant is what my ancestors used.